All right, yoga family, we're all here. It's time for some yoga. Welcome to Yoga for Treats. Yay.
Oh, that's why I'm
Hey,
here.
that's why you're here. Yoga for treats today. I don't know. I don't think so. Thank goodness we have the Tule cookies. All right, let's begin in mountain pose, everybody. Welcome. Let's take a few moments here as we begin our practice. So standing nice and tall. Take a moment to create a foundation for yourself. Just notice the ground beneath you. You might even take a moment to grip your mat with your toes, just to experience just the texture of your mat and this connection to the ground. Let's also build a foundation with breath. So take a few deep breaths. A full breath in, perhaps filling up your lungs. And feel free to exhale through your mouth with a sigh. Just letting it all go. And perhaps another full breath in and exhale. Good. Just continue with slow, steady breaths, just mindful, intentional breathing. I consider breath the foundation of any yoga practice. It allows us to be here in the moment, to fully arrive in the space. Start to tune in to your body. As you breathe in and out with intention, it just draws your attention inward. That's what yoga is really all about, just paying closer attention to yourself. And soon breath will guide us and support us in a moving practice. Before we move, you might even just check in with your body. Maybe roll or circle your shoulders or move your head and neck or any other parts of your body. Just kind of a way of checking in. How do you feel? What's happening? And that way you can decide how you need or want to move during your practice. Always knowing that you can modify poses that we do together, skip them completely, rest whenever you need to. Just take your time. This is about taking care of yourself. Slow, steady breaths. Breathing on purpose. Just notice your next inhale, perhaps another full breath in, filling up your lungs. With this exhale, you'll connect to your center by lightly contracting the abdominal muscles, drawing your belly inward towards your spine. We call that the abdominal lock. So another breath in, imagine or feel breath rising upward, filling up your lungs. That breath maybe rising up away from the belly. Then exhale, creating that lock, drawing belly button in, lightly contracting the muscles. Uddiyana Bandha, or the abdominal lock. It's just a way of supporting your body while standing in stillness, for example, or while in motion. Let's take 3 more breaths here, preparing our bodies to move. That same reminder, this is your practice. Move in a way that feels good to you. Don't need to push, don't need to force or go too fast. Just listen to and respond appropriately to what your body needs at that very moment. When you're ready to move, inhale, extend your arms out and up. Treat it like a stretch, reaching upward. Energy in your hands and fingers. Exhale, will hinge at the hips, folding forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to here as you carefully fold, making your way down towards your toes. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins, just to below your knees. Only rise up halfway so you form like a table with your own body. And exhale, slide back down towards your toes. And we'll hold here in forward fold. Now, you don't have to touch your toes here, or you might just bend your knees more in order to touch your toes, Or modify the posture. Maybe your hands are just resting at your shins or ankles or even up on your knees. You don't have to fold all the way down. Again, it's about feeling good in your poses that we do. Some of the postures might feel challenging, a little bit more difficult. But even in those postures, be in a space that feels good. You're not harming self. Good. Just notice how this feels. What's showing up in your body? Lengthening, maybe down through your hamstrings. Release down your back, maybe into your shoulders. Maybe shake out your arms. Nod yes, shake your head no a few times. And just take one more breath here. And we'll carefully come back up to standing. So from your forward fold, just simply shift your weight back into your heels a little bit. Bend your knees to lower your hips like you're sitting down into a low chair. Start lifting upper body to extend the spine. Then inhale, reach out with your arms and all the way up. Reach up and beyond the ceiling. On your exhale, bring your palms together down to your heart, or you can bring your arms down to your side to finish that flow. Either one, they're both correct. That's our half salute to the sun. We're just going to repeat that. Going at your own pace, we'll inhale, reach out and up. Good energy in arms, hands, and fingers. Exhale, leading with your heart. Fold forward, softening your knees, guiding your way down. Take your time. And inhale, slide your hands up to your shins. Rise up halfway, long tabletop body. Exhale, and just slide back down. Ready to stand, same shift of weight into your heels. Bend your knees to lower hips. Start lifting upper body. Inhale, spread your wings and reach out and up. Good lengthening and stretch. Exhale, hands to heart or arms to your side. Another pause here. Return to your breath. Allow the breath to continue to guide and support you in your practice. Let's add on to our sequence. When you're ready, inhale, yes, sweep your arms out and up. Keep that good energy reaching high. Exhale, leading with your heart. Fold forward. Again, bend your knees as much as you need to. Make your way down. Inhale, rise up halfway to our flat back. This exhale, we're going to fold, go all the way down. Bend your knees enough so you can place your hands on your mat, perhaps near the top edge of your mat, and then walk or step your feet to the back end of your mat. Now we're going to hold here for a moment, but if you need to or want to, you can always bring your knees to the floor for plank pose. But while we're here, push into the floor like you're trying to push the ground away from you. Feel the energy in your arms. You might feel this in your chest or back. Yes. Take a breath in. And with this exhale, bend your knees a little and then send your hips up into the air. Go slowly. As your hips float up, your head and chest will start to dip between the arms and you'll arrive in downward facing dog. Now you might need to adjust your feet on your mat, even your hands on your mat, just so you help settle into your pose. Doesn't feel like you're going to slip. Now in down dog, you can always keep the knees bent, and I would recommend that if you're just holding the posture. Knees are soft. That way your hips will continue to lift up and back, creating some length in your torso, some opening in the chest and shoulders. Good. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or even hop. Both feet return to the top of your mat. You can take your time with these transitions. You'll be in forward fold here. Inhale, rise up halfway. The top of your head will guide you forward. Exhale, fold. Okay, same weight shift into your heels. Bend your knees to lower hips. We'll inhale and rise up, reach up. We're going to keep this moving. On the exhale, take chair pose or a chair-like position, like you're sitting back and down into a seat. You don't have to go down too low. This is about where I've been going lately, but you could go lower and deeper if you wanted to, or just come right back up. Let's breathe in, nice. Exhale, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes, forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway, slide your hands to your shins, rise up to your tabletop. Exhale, fold. Take your time, bend your knees so you can reach the ground with your hands. Walk, step, or hop feet back into plank. Same thing, we're going to hold here. As you push into the ground, you might even feel kind of a broadening sensation in your upper back. Okay, notice that, feel that. And there's also a core engagement, maybe on your exhale while you're here. Still feel your belly button pull up towards spine in this case. Now you can take that same shortcut to down dog like we did the first time, or finish your push-up. You can bend elbows, lower your way down, finishing your push-up. You can bring knees to the floor first, coming down. And then push into the floor with your hands, straightening your arms just to lift upper body. You'll create a back bend. This is upward facing dog. Then exhale, maybe send the hips back, tuck your toes, send your hips into the air. Head and chest dip between the arms. Downward facing dog. Now we're going to hold this one a little bit longer. Okay, adjust your feet, adjust your hands, again, so you don't feel like you're going to slip. Either hold in stillness or add some movement here. You might pedal your feet. Press one heel down as the other heel lifts. Yeah, a little pedaling so you feel the stretch in your toes, maybe your calves. Now, if you do get tired here, because we can get tired here, just come down to your knees. Give your hands and arms a rest. Let's continue by adding a lunge. You'll inhale, extend your right leg up and back, reaching long. Exhale it, step right foot to the top of the mat. Just have it land behind the right hand is good. Now the back leg you're going to turn so you can get the whole foot onto the floor behind you. And shift your weight back into that foot. See how my body kind of shifts back? Put more weight in that back foot. That way you have light hands facing forward. Just hinge your way up. Rising up, you'll land in Warrior One. Once you're here, good reach. A little added lunge, maybe a little deeper lunge if you wanted to. I'm just wiggling my toes forward. Good extension, good energy in the arms. You can always change that. Your arms might be out, you might even bend your elbows. Just have good active hands and fingers wherever you are. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands back down to the floor. Slide or pull right foot back. There's plank. Another brief pause. You can always take that shortcut to down dog. Soft knees, hips to sky. Or finish the push-up, bend elbows, squeeze them in towards ribs, lower your way down. Even a low back bend is appropriate. Low cobra. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Whatever sequence you choose to take, because it might be different every time, we'll finish together in down dog. Adjust your feet and hands, and then do the other side. Inhale, extend left leg up and back. You don't have to lift it high, it's just up. Yes. Exhale, step left foot to the top of the mat or behind left hand. Turn the back leg so your whole foot's on the floor behind you. Shift your weight back into that foot. There you go. And then rise up, free the hands, reach forward and up. And just make some adjustments if you need to with your feet. A little wider stance will help with some balance. Good active reach through the arms, hands, and fingers. This is our Warrior One. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, we'll fold, hinge at the hips, plant the hands strongly, slide left foot back, plank pose. You choose the sequence to get you to down dog. Again, always okay just to take this shortcut if you want to, right into down dog. Take a breath or two there in down dog. And I'm going to show you something in a moment. Okay, good. Nice. All right, gently come down to your knees. And sit back briefly into hero. If this doesn't feel good on your knees or ankles, then just take a regular seat, okay? All righty, so we're gonna go back to that down dog. We're gonna kind of open up through chest, back, and shoulders. I'll face you guys first. I might turn at some point. So once we get into down dog, nice soft knees, that way the hips will continue to lift up and it may allow your head and chest to sink between your arms. Now, if you have really flexible shoulders, you probably will easily sink deep, okay? A little less flexible, this might be your end point. It's all good, okay? As you're able, with soft knees, hips lifting, just slowly, very gently, and carefully sink between the arms. You might even look at your toes, okay, and go towards your feet, okay? So I can go relatively deep, but not that it doesn't really feel that good, actually, to go this deep, but I can, okay? But it opens the chest a bit, locks the shoulders, but then we're going to soften. You're going to come out of that. Okay, so your shoulders have a little bit more mobility. Then we'll do it one more time, just as sink sensation to your depth, and then coming out of that, okay? Just help the shoulders open up a little bit, okay? So just be mindful of how that feels in your shoulders. Let's give that a shot. So come back out to your downward facing dog. Soft knees, hips nice and high. Look at your toes and kind of send your chest towards your toes. Slow sinking sensation until you just come to a natural stop. Your shoulders will kind of bind. Then now send your upper back forward just to get out of that tight shoulder sensation. That's it. And then do the same thing again. Slowly, very carefully, sink the chest. Feel that locking sensation in the back and shoulders, and then loosen it up by sending upper back forward, coming out of it. Okay. All right, let's add our lunge sequence again. From here, inhale, extend right leg up. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Take your time with this transition. Once there, turn left heel to the floor behind you, shifting weight back into that foot so you feel grounded. Then float the arms up. Pausing for just a moment in Warrior One. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, turn to your left so you can bring your arms down to parallel. We'll be in Warrior Two. Now you might need to, I know I need to, adjust your feet again so you feel solid. You don't feel like you're going to fall. Okay, feel tall, outstretched arms, energetically reaching. Try to find the back wall and the front wall. Yes. Okay, side angle is next. We're going to reach forward, leading through the right hand, angled upper body. Rotate the arm. So right hand will reach down, left hand will reach up, kind of a 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock positioning right here. Good. Now you don't have to reach the floor with this right hand. You might be able to, but of course you don't have to. Just holding for a moment. There you go. Good extension through this left arm, building strength and endurance. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, we'll turn towards the floor. Free your hands so you can bring your hands down to the ground. And again, slide right foot back, plank pose. Now go ahead and take a shortcut to down dog. Do the same thing, a slow sink sensation of chest towards toes. Okay, feel that locked kind of sensation in the shoulders. Soften that by sending upper back forward to getting out of that tight bound feeling. One more time, sink the chest and then soften. Coming forward. Second side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air behind you. Doesn't have to lift high. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Take your time. Once you've landed, turn right heel to the floor. Shift weight back. Root and connect. Good balance between the feet. Lift the hands, rise up. Pause for a moment to arrive in our Warrior One. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, turn to your right. Bring arms to parallel. Warrior Two, adjust your feet. Just checking in your left set of toes, your left knee pointing directly forward towards the front of the room. Nice lunge, feel tall, outstretched arms. Follow your left arm forward, angled upper body. There you go. Rotate your arms, left hand reaching down, right hand reaching straight up. Good, 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock with your arms. There you go. Reaching high and low. Feel as if you can and will touch the ceiling. Okay, yeah, nice opening up through chest and hips. Building strength in the legs as well. Here we go, moving, breathing in first. Exhale, we'll turn, fold, hands to the floor. Slide left foot back, plank pose. Pause for a moment. You can still take that shortcut to down dog or finish your push-up. Again, you can bring knees to the floor first if you want. Bend elbows, come down. A lower back bend is appropriate. And then downward facing dog. Just a breath or two in down dog. We're going to return to standing. So your next exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet up to the top of the mat. You'll be in forward fold. Here we go. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold again. Going back to that weight shift into the heels. Bend your knees to lower hips. Start lifting upper body. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Let's keep this in motion. On the exhale, take your arms out and down slowly. And then behind you, as if you're reaching for the back corners of your mat. Active hands, strong straight arms. You might even, because of straight arms, you're going to maybe feel a tricep extension and activation there. Just reaching back. And I like this formation. I like to say that your shoulder is behind your heart here. Okay, so a nice opening up through the chest. Stay here, or if you'd like or can, fold your fingers. It just adds a sensation is all. Folded fingers. Reach down towards your heels, maybe a roll of the shoulders, roll them back, and then squeeze shoulder blades together. Really feeling an activation perhaps in the upper back. So we have support up back here. We're still exhaling, pulling belly in, so we have support in these two sections of the body. Plus this nice chest opening and activation of the back. Okay, let's flow. Let's free the fingers. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, spread your wings, fold forward, softening your knees, carefully guiding your way down. And inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. If you want to, come down to Chaturanga Dandasana. That's the finishing of the push-up. You can skip this if you'd like or modify it. Find your back bend. It could be up dog or something lower. And then finishing in downward facing dog. We're just moving with breath, same sequence here. Inhale, extend right leg up. Let's actually open the hip here. Bend your right knee, bring your heel down towards your backside just a little bit, and lift your right knee up a little bit. And it just kind of twists or opens your hips towards the right side of the room, like you're opening up towards the hallway. There you go. Nice. And just aware of your hands, arms, and shoulders. Just awareness. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind, stepping through. Back to our Warrior One setup. Left heel to the earth. Shift weight back. Find balance. Light hands, rise up. Take your time. Exhale, opening. Warrior Two, adjusting your feet. Side angle. Actually, let's reverse the warrior here. Let's flip the right palm up and reach up into the air. Okay, so right knee is still bent, lunging forward. Left leg relatively straight. Left arm can do a lot of things. It can just rest back here, or you might place it on your hip or around your body, behind your back if you'd like. But just a reaching up sensation with the right hand. It might be forward, it might be up at 12 o'clock, it might be slightly behind you. Okay. Then a big cartwheel or windmill with the arms around and down to the floor in front. Step back, plank pose, complete your series as you want. Might be different every time. You don't have to do all these push-ups. Finishing in down dog. Noticing your arrival in down dog. Do you feel the sinking of the chest, perhaps, towards toes? Okay, other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air, straight line to begin, and then bend your knee, heel down towards backside. A slight lift of the knee. It'll kind of open up your hips towards now the left side of the room, even just a little bit. You've got it. Now, just awareness of hands, shoulders, arms. Breathing in. Exhale, unwind, step through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Once landed, right heel to the earth, shifting weight back. Well planted, good balance. Light hands, float up. Exhale, opening to Warrior Two. Quickly adjusting your feet to settle in. And then we'll reverse our warrior. Left hand reaching up into the air. You decide the exact location you're reaching toward. Right arm can just rest back here, or hand on hip to support hip, or even around back. Finding or feeling into the sensation that feels good to you. Okay? Not overdoing it, not powering through, even though it's power yoga. You're not trying to power or force yourself through postures. Okay? Let's free the arms, big windmill of the arms around and down to the floor in front. Let's step back into plank pose. Complete your series. Meet in downward facing dog. And once you're there, once you've settled in, do that little chest dip exercise one more time. So slowly sinking chest towards feet. Feel that locking sensation in the shoulders. Unlock it by sending upper back forward. Okay. Let's do some floor work now. Bring your knees to the floor. Sit back briefly into hero. Then off to the side so you can bring the legs around to the front. We need space behind us, so scoot forward because we're going to lie down. We're taking naps. Okay. Snack time is later. We have to take naps now. Okay. All right. Feel free to hug your knees into your body. This is a nice opportunity just to get reacquainted with your breathing. So take a few breaths. Move the body in a way that just feels good. There you go. So we're setting up for a back bend, setting up for bridge pose. So from here, let's set the feet onto the floor. I'm going to feel like you're standing, so make sure your feet are solid on the ground, as if you were standing on your own 2 feet here, like mountain pose. And just like we did at the beginning of the practice, grip the mat with your toes. Just feel this connection, this foundation. And then returning to the foundation of breath, take a full breath in, filling up your lungs. And with the exhale, that helps to add energy. When you exhale, then peel away from the floor, lifting your hips. They may lift a little bit, and that might be it. Or you just keep lifting until they naturally stop, not forcing it to go any further than that. We're going to open the chest a little bit more, just kind of reflecting what we did earlier, standing with the arms reaching behind us. So here, rock your upper body left and right several times. And while doing so, you're getting your arms and shoulders a bit more underneath you. Again, shoulders behind your heart. In this case, underneath your heart. And to support the upper body, lifting, bend your elbows so your arms are at 90 degrees, like robot arms. Press down into the floor with the backs of your arms. You'll feel this in the shoulders, perhaps more in your triceps, maybe a little bit in your elbows. Push down in order for your front body to lift up. Hold for a couple more breaths, very dynamic sensations throughout the body. But pay attention to that pressure you're putting into the floor with your arms. Okay? One more breath. And then start to wiggle the toes forward a little bit. Extend your arms into the air. That'll free the shoulders. Then slowly and carefully make your way all the way to the floor, soft landing, all the way down. And once you're down, extend your legs out in front of you and reach your arms behind you. So you feel this stretch, this lengthening feeling throughout the body. Take a deep breath in and out. Okay. Boat pose is next. We'll get there by drawing knees into yourself. Then you can rock your way up to seated and move right into boat or roll to your side, which I typically do. Roll to side and just press yourself up to seated. And again, you might just come right up into boat or just kind of guide your way in. So you can start here with knees bent, heels on the floor. Hands can be on the floor. Nice tall upper body, but then lean back. This could be your boat pose right here. We're inhaling, filling up the lungs. You can exhale through the mouth to feel the air leave your belly to engage your abdominal muscles. Or you can free your hands, reach forward. You might find balance by leaning back a bit more so your feet float into the air, even just a little bit. Do activate your feet. Flex your feet or point your toes just to activate. If you need to, you can always hold on. I typically hold on because I feel like I'm going to fall. Okay, so lots of ways to be in boat. Helping to engage our centers here. All right, we're going to move. Breathing in. Exhale if you're able. Cross legs, either hands in front to extend the legs back behind you, or arms or hands to your side. Unfold your legs. Step back. Plank pose. Hold for a moment. Push into the floor with the hands as if you're trying to push the ground away from you. Again, feel that broadening sensation in your back. Okay. All right. Bring the knees back down to the floor. Stay on hands and knees, just moving through cat and cow. So it's a back bend and a rounded sensation in the spine. Starting with the back bend. Okay, you're going to inhale. Start with your pelvis. You're going to tip the pelvis back. It drops the belly. It creates the back bend. Open the heart. Lift your chin. That's cow. Feels like a back bend. Exhale. Tuck the pelvis under. Belly button pulls up towards spine. Round your back, chin to chest. That's cat. You'll feel that broadening sensation in your back. Now just keep flowing through those two positions. Inhale to cow. That's the back bend. Look up. Arch the back. Exhale, round it all out. Belly button draws up. Feel that broad back body. Strong hands press into the floor. Keep flowing. Okay? Because arms stay pretty straight here. Pretty strong here. Yes. Even though your arms aren't really moving, the shoulders are also getting a little mobility there because of your torso rocking. Good. Finish the breath that you're on. Then take one more after that. Good. Alrighty. To take the pressure off the hands, you can do the same flow, but actually come down onto your elbows. Okay. Here. Now, different position for your hands. Now, your arms on the floor can be parallel to one another like railroad tracks, or if it feels better on your joints, maybe the hands can come a little closer together. You can even make fists. Okay, whatever the hand formation is fine right here. But while here, just continue to do cat and cow. Inhale, cow. That's the back bend. It'll feel different. Exhale, round it out. And do that a few times. And just notice how it feels different. When I do the exhale, the cat pose, that rounded back body, I kind of feel this in my lats, the latissimus muscles, the wings of your back, kind of right below your armpits. That's where I kind of feel some of that. Okay? So notice where you have sensation. It's also a nice way to rest the wrists if you're doing cat-cow. Okay. Finish the breath that you're on and do one more breath. And then we're just going to sit back into child's pose. So just send your hips back towards heels. Let's keep the arms extended out front for a few breaths. Your forehead might rest on the floor, or your head might just kind of float in midair. And even here, you might feel that same or similar binding in the shoulders, especially if you're reaching out with the arms, okay? You can kind of recreate that down dog feeling, okay? But we're going to soften that and relax the shoulders by moving to embryo, meaning you're taking the arms behind you, okay? Just alongside your bodies here, as if you're reaching for your feet or ankles. Now your head can rest on the floor or bring in a block and just rest your forehead on the block. So your back, your shoulders can all relax here for a moment. There you go. So feel that release. A few breaths. It's also just a nice resting position. Anytime in a yoga practice, if you need to kind of regroup and kind of reconnect, child's pose is a nice place to come to. Couple more breaths in our embryo pose. Okay, we're going to come out. This is how we'll come out. Keep your head down, but you're going to slide your hands. You're just dragging your hands forward, then flip them so you're on your palms. Okay. Then rise up to hands and knees. Slowly here. Now you're going to step the hands forward just a little bit so your wrists are out from underneath your shoulders. If you drew a line from shoulder straight down, it'll hit the floor rather than your wrist, if that makes sense. And spread out your fingers here just to stretch between each finger. Press into the floor with your palms, flat hands, strong arms. Let's do another cat-cow. Inhale, cow. That's the back bend. Exhale, cat. Hold cat. Keep breathing, but hold the position. Now tuck your toes. Next, exhale. Lift your knees off the floor. Send hips to sky. Slowly sink chest. Okay, maybe find that full depth, but then soften by sending your upper back forward. Okay, back to our sequence. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend and twist. Bend the knee, lift the knee. That creates the twist. Unwind, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Go at your own pace. Left heel to the earth. Root back, find balance. Rise up, first warrior. Exhale, opening warrior 2. Adjusting your feet, side angle. So we're going to come forward towards me. Turn your right knee and toes towards me. Rotate your arms, reach high and low. Inhale, just to expand and open. There we go. Exhale, turn towards the floor. Bring your hands to the floor. Slide right foot back. Plank, hold, push into the ground. Feel the broad back. Okay, we're going to do the same sequence. You're going to bring your knees to the floor. Even take the knees a little wider if you want to, because you're going to sit back into that child's pose again. We're just going to do that same little segment again. Okay? So first, arms are out front. Maybe reach, do an extra reach and stretch as if you're trying to crawl forward past the front edge of your mat. So you can feel the energetics in your arms and shoulders. Then relax it. Embryo. Bring the hands behind you or down by your side. Forehead on the floor or block. Relax, release. Couple breaths. Okay, same transition. Drag your hands forward. Flip the hands so you're on your palms. Rise up slowly to hands and knees.
Okay, here you might find that the shoulders are directly over the wrist, but you're going to step the hands forward again. Spread out your fingers. Press flat palms into the mat, strong, straight arms. Tuck your toes. Cat, cow. Inhale, cow. Back bend. Exhale, round. Hold, cat. Keep breathing. Make sure toes are tucked. Send the knees off the floor. Hips rise up into the sky. Sink the chest. Feel that in the shoulders again. Soften it up. And then other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Bend and twist. Unwind, step through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel to the earth. Root and connect. Find balance. Float up when you're ready. Exhale, opening warrior 2. Quick adjustment here. Left knee and toes point forward. Side angle, reach out. Rotate arms. Reach high and low. Inhale just to expand and reach. Here we go. Exhale, turn, fold, hands to the floor, step back, plank. Finish your sequence here if you'd like. It could be a shortcut to down dog or Chaturanga Dandasana, finishing push-up. A low or high back bend. Exhale, down dog. Very good. All right, go ahead and bring knees to the floor again. Sit back into hero if that's okay on your knees and ankles, or take a regular seat. All right, so we're setting ourselves up for kind of our featured pose. We're moving towards dolphin pose, okay? So that's why we're doing a lot of pressing into the floor, because we want the strength in the arms, shoulders, back, and chest, and that stability. When we were in bridge earlier, okay, I had you bend elbows, where I really get the shoulders underneath you. There, bend elbows, push into the floor. We're going to take that dynamic of pushing into the ground to stay lifted, okay, and opened here, okay. I'm just going to flip this over, because we're going to come back down to so we were here, and we came down here. We're going to start here. Palms or arms can be parallel to one another like this, with flat palms on the ground. Or maybe here, I just call it a triangle shape, just bringing the hands a little bit closer. If that puts pressure on the wrist, you might just turn your hands, make fists, something like this, okay? Another thing you could do for this formation is to hold a block, okay? And this is what's happening while your arms are on the floor, okay? So I like to do folded fingers here in a triangle shape. So I want to keep that broad back feeling. I'm pushing into the floor, down, to keep that broad back feeling. That's going to help to stabilize. Pushing down. There's even a squeezing sensation to midline, like I'm squeezing a block between my biceps, okay? But you can even do that by actually holding onto a block. Squeeze. You're going to feel the arm engagement. We want all the stability we can get. And as far as pressure, okay, we don't want a lot of weight in the elbows, okay? That's just putting weight on the joints. Don't want that. We really want the weight to shift more towards your hands, away from elbows as much as we can, okay? So we'll get kind of set up. We're pushing down, broad back, not back here, more forward, and then maybe lifting knees. We'll extend the legs. It's going to come to what I call dolphin plank, or just a plank pose on the forearms. So we can practice this broad back feeling, shifting weight forward, not collapsing. We're not way back here, okay? You can see I'm not supported in that when I'm too far back. All that pressure went into my back, okay? All right, so let's get set up. So come back to hands and knees, and eventually forearms and knees, okay? Okay, and let's just find that comfort place for the arms, okay? Railroad track arms or triangle shape arms, okay? Palms down or folded fingers, wherever you are. We want to root or press down into the floor like we did with our feet while standing, or bridge pose, okay? And then that squeezing to midline feeling, like you're holding onto a block between your biceps, okay? You're pushing down to make that broad back feeling. Now, notice if you've got more weight or pressure in your elbows. If that's the case, kind of shift forward towards your hands. All right, extend the legs. Come to tiptoes. Extend the legs, knees off the floor. Plank, okay? So lower your hips down. Yeah, there you go. Walk your feet back, okay? But keep that broad upper back feeling. Yes. Okay. Great way to work core. Okay, but engaging that broad back feeling. Now we can just really, literally just tiptoe into dolphin. So step forward with feet a few times, lifting hips, okay? And if you can, maybe a little bit closer, shifting weight more towards hands, away from elbows. One more breath, and I'm going to give you a break, but we are going to come back to it. Okay. All right, come on down. Bring knees to the floor. Rest your arms. Sit back into hero so you can see me. If you need child's pose, take child's pose. Okay, nicely done. Okay, because dolphin pose, it mimics down dog. Okay, that's why we do all these down dogs. It's really getting us ready for dolphin. And that sinking sensation just helps create some mobility, flexibility in your back and shoulders. Okay, so it's kind of down dog, but on our elbows. Okay, be aware if your elbows are too far away. We want more of a isosceles triangle, all sides equal. Is that right? Okay. Here, not out here, okay, because you might collapse. A little bit more underneath you so you can really squeeze to midline. Okay. Shift forward, plank, starting point. My eye line is right at my fists. Tiptoe forward, boom, there. This is fine for dolphin. But dolphin is kind of a setup for a forearm balance, okay? That's why we want the weight forward. If we were going to a forearm balance, we get a leg up into the air in an eventual balance. I'm surprised I'm even doing this, okay? Okay. Okay. But if I was too far back and trying to do that, okay, I'm not forward enough. Oop. Fall on your face. Okay. Okay. That's where we're going towards. We're not doing that today, but that's where the pose can eventually take you. Okay. So that's why the weight needs to be forward. All right. Let's set it up. Okay. Back down to hands and knees and then forearms and knees. Set up our arms. Railroad tracks or triangle shape, isosceles triangle. There you go. Squeeze to midline. Root down. Okay. Feel your fists or palms push into the floor so you have less pressure in the elbows. Okay, take that plank pose. Extend the legs back behind you. That's it. Works core, works upper body. Then start tiptoeing forward. Bend your knees, step forward, hips high. And if you can, take another step forward. As you're stepping forward, you're sending weight forward. If your eyes are open, you're looking right at your hands. That's it. Now, if you want, take a leg up. Not that you have to go into the balance, but just take a leg up, put it down, and do the other side. Okay, just to practice the forearm balance prep. Nice, everybody. Okay, and then rest. Come to child's pose. Good job, everybody. Okay, rest. Come down to child's pose. We'll put a little flow together, introducing that posture. Go to embryo pose. Yes, so you can feel the shoulders, upper back relax. Find your breath. Here we go. Drag your hands forward. Flip them onto palms. Rise up to hands and knees. Set up for down dog. Step your hands forward. Spread out fingers. Press into the ground. Flat palms, strong, straight arms. Tuck toes. Cat, cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Lift knees, send hips into the sky. Down dog. Here we go. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend, twist, open. Unwind, step through. This is all the same. Warrior one setup. Left heel to the earth, root and connect and balance. Rise up, yes. Exhale, open, warrior two. Let's reverse the warrior here. Right hand reaching up and back so we get a nice little side stretch. Yes. Opens the lats there too. Big windmill out of the pose. Around and down to the floor. Step back, plank. Hold here. Hold. Bring knees to the floor. Elbows to the floor. Find your dolphin plank, okay? So make sure your hands and arms are in the place that you like. Dolphin plank, or just plank pose on forearms. Make sure you're shifting body forward. You have a nice isosceles triangle if you're using that shape. Tiptoe forward, hips high. Take right leg up, hold. Option, you don't have to lift the leg if you don't want to, actually. Press into the floor so you feel that broad back. Send the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. Sit back, come back to child's pose, rest. Okay, these are very dynamic. We're just giving our bodies a little opportunity to rest and reconnect before we get to the other side. Embryo, if you're not there already, so you can feel the shoulders relax. Another breath. There you go. Take your time. Move when you're ready. You don't have to rush this. Slide hands forward. Flip the palms so they're flat. Rise to hands and knees. Step hands forward. Spread out your fingers. Tuck your toes. Cat, cow. Hold cat. Tuck toes. Lift knees and hips. Float them into the air. You'll end up in down dog. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Bend and twist, just to open up the hip a little bit. Unwind, step through, warrior one. Take your time. Root and connect with that back foot before you rise. Warrior two. Adjust the feet. Reversed warrior. Reach up so we can get that side stretch. Hopefully that's helping when we get to dolphin. Windmill out. Hands to the floor, step back, plank. Knees to the floor. Elbows to the floor. Get the hands where you want them. Dolphin plank or plank pose on forearms. Push down into the earth. Feel the broad back. Squeeze to midline. Eye line maybe at fists. Tiptoe forward. Bend knees. Keep the knees soft as hips go up. You might even sink your head or, between the arms. You might see your toes. If you'd like, option, send left leg into the air. Hold. Push the ground away from you with your fists or hands. Very nice. Bring the foot down. Knees to the floor. Sit back. Child's pose. Embryo pose. We'll call it good with that. Okay? So just find breath. Let's get ready for our closing sequence. Whenever you're ready to move from here, certainly no rush. Basically just rising back up to hero, so you can just sit off to the side, get the legs around front, make some space behind you. Roll down onto your back. Catch your knees if you'd like. Add some movement. So this is where you'll get to create your own closing sequence. Really just moving in a way that feels good to you. I'll give you some options, some yoga options, but you don't necessarily have to move into yoga poses here. Really just movements or gestures or positions that would feel good, that feel kind of like relieving the work that you just did, make the body feel good. So some options here might be happy baby pose, okay? For a hip opener, taking the knees wide, send the feet up into the air, reaching up with your hands, maybe holding on to the soles of your feet if you can reach them, or holding onto your ankles. That might feel good for the hips. Another option for a hip opener is reclining cobbler's pose, where you bring the soles of your feet together with knees bent. You can hold on to the feet in your hands or set the feet onto the floor with the soles still touching, knees bent, falling open, which opens the hips, a little bit more relaxing. Okay, you might want to add a twist here. You can start by hugging knees into your body and take the knees in one direction. If you go to the right, then your left arm will reach out to the left. You might do another back bend if you want, like bridge or wheel or fish. You might even want to go upside down. Okay, extend the legs straight up into the air. You can just lie flat on your back if you want. Extend the legs straight up, or sit on a block and then send the legs up. Or take shoulder stand. We roll up into the air, the legs and hips, and just sit in your hands. Okay. So an opportunity to listen to and respond appropriately to your body and what it needs at this time. For those dolphin movements, working the shoulders, chest, your back. Wherever your body is guiding you, just be sure it's accompanied by breath. Whether you're moving or you found a pose that you just want to hold on to for a bit, just breathe along with it. Now, whenever you feel complete with your closing sequence, these movements, these gestures and postures, just make your way into Shavasana, which is just lying flat on your back, legs straight out in front of you, arms down by your side. That's a typical finishing pose. But if that's not comfortable, sometimes just lying flat on your back on the floor is not comfortable. Find another position that would feel relaxing to you, feels restorative in nature. That might mean using some props like blankets or pillows to support your body. Or lying on your back but bending your knees and feet are flat on the floor. Or lying on your side or belly. And since this is meditation, you can even come up to seated to practice your meditation. Now, this is truly your yoga practice. All the components before this has just been your warm-up for this. A way of releasing any tension, tightness, anything that's distracting physically, even mentally and emotionally. Letting it go so that you can ease into your meditation with little or no disturbance or distraction. Remain here in stillness. If your mind began to wander, which is normal, just take a deep breath in and out, breathing on purpose to bring you back to the present moment.
Again, stay here in stillness. Take another deep breath in and out. And then take another deep breath. And just continue with these deep breaths as we now begin to return from this meditative journey. As you're breathing in and out, just start to feel an energy, a new energy begin to arise within you, begin to flow within you. Imagining you're awakening yourself from a short but restful nap. Feeling re-energized, renewed. As you're breathing and feeling this energy move throughout you, start to feel movement return to your body. Those might be subtle movements at first, coming from deep within. With each breath, just start to feel it expand, moving outward to the external body, where you begin to feel your fingers and hands move, your toes, your feet. Letting the rest of your body follow. Gentle awakening. Take another 3 breaths here, preparing your body to move. If you need more breaths here to generate that energy and movement from within, stay here a little longer. But when you're ready, without forcing or rushing, roll carefully to one side of your body. Only move when you're ready. A brief pause in this nurturing pose. And continue to move slowly with care. Guide your way up to seated. Just sitting up nice and tall. Just feel the lengthening of your spine. Feel a lift of the shoulders towards your earlobes, and then just down and back, shoulders behind your heart. Then one more movement together. We'll inhale, extend arms out and up. And exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart, taking one more breath here. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow, saying, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.